Hello, hello, hello. I'm Chelsey.
And I'm Sammy, and this is Deepish. Hi, you guys.
Hi. Happy Thirsty Thursday.
Happy Thirsty Thursday. If you haven't noticed on our socials, we started a new segment where we make a drink of the week every time we record. Mm-hmm. And we'll usually post that on Tuesday or something to make a drink with us. We want to show you what drink we're having because we always need a yummy drink while we record.
I know. This week is iced coffee, which I'm not a huge coffee drinker, so I'm learning. I like sweet. The other day I got literally coffee ice cream blended up at Haagen-Dazs as my drink, and I was like, this is what I like.
That is the gateway to coffee. The Vegas roll of sushi.
Wow, that's so head on.
When I first started drinking coffee, it was all about the blended coffees. Yeah. But then eventually you'll build up a tolerance.
I know, because the other day we were at a hotel and something wasn't working in the room. And so they're like, oh, here's $25 vouchers each for the Starbucks in the lobby. So we go and I'm like, I don't even know what to order. I don't drink coffee. So I was like, oh, let's just get a mocha, blah, blah, blah. And I'm drinking it. I ended up putting 6 sugar packets in it. This is so not good. I thought mocha was, ooh, yummy mocha, like caramel mocha.
No, mocha is strong.
So I don't know what to order. So I was like, this is gross.
You should have texted me.
Okay, yeah. Text me or order
Vanilla sweet cream cold brew.
But we had $25 each, so $50 to Starbucks. So I was like, get me one of those egg muffins. Get me one of those.
Oh, the spinach feta egg white wrap. So good.
Literally grocery shopping at Starbucks. I'm like, get me one of those. Give me one of those.
That's hilarious. But yeah, we had an early recording session this morning. So we're like, okay, we need coffee. Usually it's a soda. So cheers. Okay, so what are we talking about today?
Our submission for this week was, I shouldn't be telling you this, but craziest thing you heard about someone's partner. And holy crap, we got almost 300 submissions.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, you guys, this episode is sponsored by Minky Couture, which honestly is my dream sponsor. Something about a Hugs Minky blanket fresh out of the package. I feel like I need one for every special occasion. I'm like, okay, the seasons are changing. Let me get a fresh Minky because they make life that much better. So I've been thinking I want to get one for my IVF journey just to be with me through my whole egg retrieval and the transfer and have something to snuggle up. I got my very first Minky blanket when my mom passed away. My friend gifted me that. And now it's my go-to gift for somebody who's lost someone or is going through something, because wrapping that, it literally is a comfort warming hug.
Yes, exactly. My first experience with Minky was when Lennox, he's 7 now, he was in the NICU, and they gave him to all the parents in the NICU a small infant blanket.
They did?
Yes. And I remember just wrapping Lennox in that and cuddling with him skin to skin and then putting the Minky over, and it meant so much to me. It was such a thoughtful little gesture. I've had all my babies wrapped in it, and I just fell in love with the company then, and now my house is covered in Minky blankets. My boys on their beds, when we're cuddling on the couch watching a movie. It's weird how it's becoming part of our story a little bit.
Totally.
And they have so many different sizes, textures, patterns. You will 100% find the one that matches your aesthetic, what texture you like, everything. And some are a little more weighted, like the Hugs version. It's so good. If you want to experience it yourself, head over to minkycouture.com and use code DEEPISH for 50% off.
50% off. It's amazing.
Yes. Get cozy, stay soft, and hold on to those blankets while they become part of your story.
Let's freaking talk about the husband. That's where a key source of all the dirt comes from.
But it was crazy. So many submissions. So we had to narrow it down to our favorites. We need to do a part 2 for sure.
Yeah, we could totally do a part 2. I'm excited as we get into it.
Yeah, do you want to go first?
Sure. Okay, my friend's husband worked in sales and got fired for submitting fake client dinner receipts. Like thousands of dollars worth. He was racking up charges, calling it client retention strategy. He told my friend he got laid off due to market shifts. She only found out the truth when they ran into one of his old coworkers. It's so hard. We're going to get into all of this, like trusting your partner. It's a whole new layer of infidelity and trusting them around other women and things. But trusting finances, I feel like a lot of these stay-at-home moms, or just even in a relationship, you're not over your finances. And relinquishing that control can be sketch.
Oh yeah. So many people I talk to, they're just like, yeah, I don't really know our finances. Their spouses take care of the finances, but I'm in charge of budgeting and I know every number. But I think it comes from my financial anxiety and my upbringing. Like I need to know the financials and I need to know exactly where every dollar is going. So I know exactly what's being spent. I know all the logins and everything. but a lot of people don't. Even Brandon, he obviously knows the general idea, but he's not logging into our accounts and seeing what's being spent.
You would just hope that your partner is at work doing a good job and being honest and earning an honest living and things like that, where you trust them to go to work every day and do a good job and be a good person. And then when they're just finagling money and being so sketchy like this.
Oh, the corporate world too. Just in general with work. It's a slippery slope. Like, oh, I'm going to write off one of these things, or I'm going to do one thing, and then, oh, no one
caught me. So I'm going to expense all of this stuff, or buy gift cards for my team and then spend them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's crazy. Here, I have another one about kind of financial too. One of the girls shared that she and her husband were financially ready to buy their first home. They were saving, looking at listings, meeting with a realtor. Everything felt exciting and on track until their mortgage application got denied. She was confused. Their income was solid. Her credit was so clean. She pulled the credit report, and that's when she saw it. Her husband had over $80,000 in credit card debt. No student loans, no car loan, just straight up credit card debt. He had been hiding it their entire time they were together. He even had some accounts under different mailing addresses. So when she confronted him, his response was, I didn't want to stress you out. They were literally about to sign on their house, and the man was out here with 5 figures of secret spending. And she said she still doesn't even know what he bought.
How?
It's just like opening up this second credit card.
Yeah. And that's what's scary is
you don't know.
Do that. Because you're both adults. You have free agency.
Yeah. And you wouldn't know.
And vice versa. Wives can take out secret credit cards and go shopping.
Like the last episode, the girl was getting plastic surgery.
Oh, yeah.
All the filler and the Botox and all that stuff without telling her husband. And it's like, where are you getting that money? But again, if he's not logging into the accounts and looking, it's a few $100s here or there each month. It's so easy even to be dishonest with a partner. And you just never know. That's the thing. I'm realizing you just never know.
You don't know who you're sleeping next to at night, honestly.
Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. But $80,000?
That's what's hard. She finds that out, right? And it's like, oh, you were in so much debt. You're in love. You have kids. Do you leave him over that? Probably not. I don't know. It's more the lying thing. But then from there, it's like, okay, now we have $80,000 of debt. We're not buying the house. We have to pay off this debt. But then you have to micromanage the shit out of him. Because
he clearly has a spending problem. And it's like,
it's like, what is he spending it on? Is he gambling?
It's for sure probably gambling or something like that. You know what I mean?
Or sketchier things. If he can be transparent about what he was spending it on.
But I wonder her telling her friend, like, I don't even know what he's spending it on. Do you not at this point?
Wouldn't that be the first question you ask?
Yeah. So I feel like maybe she's even to her friends being like, I don't even know, like 80 grand. What do you even spend?
Because it's so funny when you are at these girls' nights or when you're talking to a friend about something they're going through, or they open up to you like, yeah, like my husband did this happened. And then you ask a logical question. You follow it up with like, well, did he say how many times this happened or how much money or what he spent it on or whatever? It's like, oh no, he didn't. And I feel like that's when the friend starts downplaying things and covering up some things.
Totally. Okay, you go.
Oh, I thought this one was funny. She said, my friend clocking her husband for using ChatGPT during sexting. She called him out immediately and he admitted it off the bat. She said it sounded like a spicy book, LOL.
That's so funny. Honestly, that's cute.
ChatGPT is taking over the world. You can tell when somebody changes a message or changes something. It's so ChatGPT encoded.
I am using it in everything.
Yeah, every time you text me, I'm like, she ran this through chat.
It's just dash, bold.
Emoji, bold. Perfect punctuation. I can tell, especially at work, everyone uses it. So every email or Slack is so formal. And I'm like, girl, you did not have to go to these links to respond to me.
I know. But honestly, ChatGPT is getting more human. It's learning my voice a little bit because I'll be like, okay, change this. And now I have a tab open for email reply or whatever. And it's learning my cadence a little bit.
It's going to clone you eventually. You
it's
won't
crazy.
Even exist anymore. Yeah, it is crazy. Honestly, I love it though.
Oh, this girl told me about this book I really want to read too. It's the evolution of the printing press and the internet and now AI. It's the evolution of how we have adapted and how it's been beneficial. And at the time people were like, this is going to ruin the world. It's going to be the worst. But then humans adapt to it and how can we integrate it together? So I really want to read that and see with AI how we're going to mesh that together.
Yeah, because I'm not against it by any means. I feel like a lot of people are, don't use ChatGPT. It's important to keep using your brain, and it's important, like, AI is going to destroy everything.
I was at a girls' dinner and they said, I don't know how true this is. They were like, did you know we're going to run out of water because ChatGPT, every time you ask a question, it requires 1 water bottle to cool down the system or whatever. And I'm like, what? I don't understand.
What? So one of your friends watched a TikTok and brought that to the girls' dinner.
I should honestly call him right now. They were like, no, it requires 1 water bottle worth of water per question or per 10 questions. I hope one of them are listening. I should have called him and been like, where are your resources? I don't know about that.
That's the thing.
Imagine this giant brain and it's like, water.
Yeah.
And you just have to like chuck water at it
I'm
every
just picturing
question.
them like dumping a Kirkland water bottle on this computer that's steaming, like one of those computer monitors that has a fan. Then just like, oh, Kirkland water bottle on this thing.
Oh, this bit asked 10 questions.
We're gonna run out. No, that sounds actually crazy.
I know, it sounds like
it
children
has to
are
like
in Pizza
equate to
Hut.
something else. You know what I mean? Maybe they're like the cost of it or how bad it is for the environment is equal to 1/8 ounces of water.
I don't know, but I'm curious to read this book because I'm very scared. But also,
Like, what are you scared of though?
I just feel like my brain is becoming atrophied by ChatGPT because I can't even form a response, a reply to an email without being like, okay, this is kind of what I want to say, boom. And it just does it for me. It's just taking out a lot of this like mental, you have to really think through things at your fingertips. Even where I have a question about this or this, it's just like, boom, here's all these resources and here's all this stuff. You're not seeking out this knowledge and doing it yourself. And what's that doing to my brain?
I know the level that it's getting to, because even me just typing out a prompt, I'm like, is there a faster way to do this? Because I'm like, give me an email that says this, this, and this. And I'm like, this is too much work. Just know what I'm thinking and populate
And
it.
do it.
Yeah.
And is it going to be like freaking microchipped into our brain almost?
Yeah, probably.
Well, honestly, like internet and everything, it already is listening in within us. You know
and
what I
it's
mean?
a huge part of our personality and how we process things and think about things.
But it's so scary too, because even the confirmation bias of everything, where you're watching a video on something very extreme and then that's all your feed is. And so you think that that's reality. It's so scary.
It is. And I'm just scared of my job. I feel like AI is going to take over a lot of technical jobs.
Oh, totally it will. And I was talking to this other girl, her husband's in sales, and she's like, in 5 years, my husband will not have a job.
In sales?
Yeah, she's like, ChatGPT or AI is going to automate all of this, because even in the sales world, doing an initial follow-up is emails. It's email templates. But if you can automate that and have, or even text, I'll call a company to schedule an appointment for whatever, and I immediately get a text like, hey, sorry I missed your call, can I help you? That's sales versus a receptionist calling. It could be automated with AI to schedule a whole appointment, and it's getting smarter and better.
Yeah.
But I think on the flip side, a lot of jobs will be created.
Yeah, managing AI.
Yeah, supporting that. And more industrial jobs maybe.
Same thing when they invented computers. It's
Exactly.
like, oh, it's going to automate so many things. It's going to take our jobs, but it created so many jobs too.
Exactly. So sexting. ChatGPT.
But that's okay. We didn't really even discuss that. Yeah, it's cute.
Oh, he knows that she likes spicy books and he doesn't know what to say.
Because imagine if it's a paragraph from a spicy book where it's like, I want to caress you under the moonlight, whatever. And you're like, you good? This does not sound like you. And then he confesses to using ChatGPT. That's funny. But I'd also be like, okay, don't do that anymore.
But do you feel like ChatGPT is empathetic? Or AI in general?
What do you mean?
The other day, I was holding down Siri, I guess, and Riggs was crying or something, and Siri was like, oh, it sounds like you're upset. I'm sorry. And me and Brandon looked at each other and we're like, what the heck?
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm learning since ChatGPT, like, Siri sucks. I think Siri will eventually be a thing of the past.
Yeah.
I've seen so many TikToks and stuff of people getting advice on infertility or comfort on infertility. And it's like, oh my gosh, give yourself grace. You're going through so much. It'll preface that before.
Yeah. But it's also becoming kind of a therapist. Because you can be like, these are my problems. What should I do? And
what are tools that I can use? Yeah.
And so it's this therapist. Here's all of these resources. And that is a lot you're going through. And it does have empathy. So are people going to have relationships or feel like, oh, I don't need to have as many friendships because I have
hope
a best friend
not.
in my pocket.
I mean, it's not the same. Me and chat go way back, but it's not the same.
Can I say one pet peeve?
What?
Chat.
Oh, no. I love chat. It's a younger generation thing. They call it chat.
You like it.
Mm-hmm.
When someone says chat, I'm like,
no, I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Oh no, it's like
That's like how we all refer to it at work. Like all the young girls at my work and young guys.
Oh,
they're
you just
like,
use chat.
Yeah. Ask chat. Like, what did chat say?
It sounds like what did Chad say? I'm like, it's not a person. It's ChatGPT.
I know, but you feel connected to chat. Like chat is a homie, you know?
Oh my
like,
gosh,
I love it.
Oh no. It's so funny. Even you saying it, I'm cringing, but in 2 weeks I'm gonna be like, yo, I was using chat.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you'll like be talking to Brandon. Yeah, like chat's got my back.
Okay, whoa. That was a tangent.
Yeah, but I would just say like, yeah. I would tell my husband like cute, but like don't use that. Because I can't imagine being like, this is what my wife said. What should I say back? And it's some sexual thing. Does chat not even have rules or anything? Regulations of things that they can like populate about? Then I licked this and sucked this, you know?
And also it's like, are you going to get turned on every time you open ChatGPT now?
Oh, ChatGPT could sex back with you. Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying.
What if you like send chat a dick pic and then it's like, oh, your dick is amazing. And then it's like, what would you do to me right now if you were a real person?
Okay, now you're giving people creepy ideas. People are gonna be like, oh.
I hope no one that's listening to this would get an idea from that because we have targeted the wrong audience.
I hope that chat is like, no, thank you.
I hope chat respects itself. And it's like, literally, no, thank you. Like, take me out to dinner first.
Imagine you just see him at like freaking Rodizio Grill. Like a computer.
Rodizio Grill. It's like that one movie, Her or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
yeah.
I'm curious to see. But one other thing is all these kids in these like high school papers.
I know, but okay, this is so weird. My boss was telling me about how things always come in twos for him.
Okay.
He's like, it's so weird. Like someone will ask me about something and like that night I'll see something in a movie and they'll mention the same song. You know when you hear a word and you've heard it twice in the same day?
It's called Bader-Meinhof frequency. You recognize something and then you see it everywhere. That's what it's called.
Yeah, but it's almost just like the chances of like someone asking you like the same question about Philadelphia in the same day. You're like, what the heck? Like someone just mentioned Philadelphia to me. Oh, but we were talking about this yesterday in one of our meetings because we were talking about ChatGPT and stuff. And I'm like, do your kids in high school and stuff use it a lot? How would you even learn at school?
Exactly.
But I guess there's apps built. You basically upload the paper to this app and it can code if anything would have been generated from AI.
Yeah, but there's a way around it now because those generators, if you do something from ChatGPT, change a few things, but then you type it on a separate paper. Mm-hmm. If you just open Word and it have your ChatGPT thing, you don't copy it, you just type it out. The generator can't detect. Isn't that crazy?
Okay, so at least they're still typing.
I think it'll be like, okay, write your paper in class, like a handwritten.
Interesting.
It sucks for teachers. Holy crap. I'm so glad I'm not a teacher and I want to hug all teachers.
Yes, but then it's just making everyone's life so easy too because it could be like, chat, generate a lesson plan for me today.
Totally.
Because how much time do you think ChatGPT actually saves you a week, even just doing the podcast? Like, it saves me so much time. This is probably melting my brain, but I would not be able to get as much done. So It's worth it.
The other day I was like, okay, here's how my schedule is. This is what I need to get done. Help me come up with a to-do list. I did that the other day.
I love that.
And it just was like, boom, here's all the things you need to get done per hour.
Start with this
to get your day complete. And I was like, okay. And I did it. And I love that. But also it's kind of like a calculator. When calculators came out, I was like, oh, that's cheating. And now you won't have to do this. You integrate it in the lesson and you learn how to use a calculator. So maybe it'll be more like how to use AI as a tool for learning and to get on the train.
That was a tangent. Mm-hmm. Okay, your turn.
Okay, my friend told us she found a 23andMe kit in her mail addressed to her boyfriend, but it wasn't for him. It was for his daughter. At first, she thought maybe it was one of those family ancestry things until she realized the kit was from a paternity testing company. She said her stomach dropped. They had been dating for a while and he'd always talked about his daughter like there was no question. So now she's just sitting on this secret, pretending she didn't see it and doesn't know what to do.
His daughter or their daughter?
No, his it's her boyfriend. So they live together and he has a daughter. And so she went out to her mail and found a 23andMe kit.
But it's not her daughter.
No, it's not her daughter.
Okay. So he's questioning the paternity. I feel like I wouldn't keep that a secret. I'd be like, oh, it's surprising if that's not a kid from her that he would open up to her and be like, I think she might not be mine. Should we get it tested and like confirm that this daughter's even mine?
But what if your daughter's freaking 5? Do you know what I mean? And it's his daughter. They probably have her every other week. That would make me so... It's hard because clearly he's questioning it. Yeah. But what do you even say? Like, hey, are you questioning if your daughter's your daughter? How do you even bring that up?
I would just be like, I saw this 23andMe. What is it for? I would hope if I like lived with Hayden and he brought a child into our marriage and the kid was 5 and he was co-parenting with someone else, he could talk to me and bounce ideas off of me or open up to me like, oh, she doesn't really look like me.
But it's probably a shame thing where I should love this kid regardless. Why does it matter?
I think it does when you're not in a relationship with their parent and you're like, is this kid mine?
Oh, but then what if he finds out that his daughter's not his daughter? What does that do to him? He's just like, sweet, I'm off the hook. Or no, I love this kid and I'm going to be its dad still.
But it happens. And then your legal rights aren't there. But then I feel like you could definitely sue the birth mom.
As this girlfriend, what would you be thinking? Would you be like, oh, I hope that that's not his daughter?
Probably if you're like that one girl who hates her stepkids, maybe. I think it would just depend on your relationship with them. How often are you seeing this daughter? Does she live with you guys? Is it just like a once a week visit? Or what's the relationship like with the birth mom?
Yeah, or is it like a newborn baby and you're just like, I'm not sure.
Yeah. He has every right to know. If it were me, roles reversed, I would want to know if the kid was biologically mine. I would 100% support my boyfriend in that and be there for him if it wasn't. Or if it was.
I know.
Then at least you know.
I want a part 2 so bad to that.
Yeah. Whoever submitted that, let us know what happens.
That one was crazy. Okay.
Are you the father?
Are you the father?
You are not the father.
Who's the father?
That freaking show.
Watch that Jerry Springer documentary.
No.
It was on Netflix.
Oh, it's like how they treated the staff and stuff,
and it was
right?
awful.
Oh my gosh, this one's so funny. She literally titled this Swipe or No Swiping. Oh, she said, I'll never forget when me and my friends had a GNI, girls' night in. A couple of our single friends were talking about their dating lives and we decided to streamcast their Hinge profiles through the TV.
Oh, so fun.
We did that with Sam.
Yes.
At my bachelorette trip.
Because he wanted to hook up with some dude in.
Yeah, we were like swiping on his grinder. Nah, he's too short. Nah, he's whatever. It's so fun.
And then you get desensitized. It was after the pool, we're all laying on the couch eating chips, half asleep, and just like swipe.
Yeah. It's like in Princess Diaries too, when they're trying to choose a husband for her. That's the vibe. Reading the bio and stuff.
Totally.
It's so fun. So I would totally do this if I still had single friends. It was all fun and games until one of our friends' husbands popped up on the screen. It was under a fake name, but shirtless photos and pictures he didn't have on his social media, so we knew it was him.
No.
I hate that so much. And in front of all of your friends. You're all there together and it's just like, oh, woohoo, he's cute. And then it's like silence because your husband's on the freaking screen with his shirt off. What would you do if you were that friend?
If it was me, I'd be like, I'm leaving immediately. I'm leaving.
Would you even say anything? I feel like I would just get up and run to my car.
No, I'd be like, and if someone was like, is that your husband?
I'd be like, don't look at me. Don't say a word.
No, I'd just be like, oh my gosh, what is this? I need to go. I need to talk to my husband. And I would just leave.
I would take some screenshots first.
I don't even feel like I'd be smart enough for that. I'd probably just leave. But what's his bio look like? But that kind of stuff is so real. Like freaking Whitney from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, her husband was on Tinder or Grindr or whatever. It is such a thing.
And then it's like, deny. That was not my husband. And then it's like, oh, it actually is. But how dumb are these husbands? You're actually showing your dead ass face on the internet on a dating website, which you know your wife has single friends or not even that, like neighbors or in-laws.
Like, why? I can't remember who told me this. Their spouse would go travel a lot and that's when they would download the app.
Oh,
and then when they were traveling, they would do stuff.
Like a dating app?
Yeah. And so it wasn't in their area. It would be the area he was traveling to.
To hook up with someone on a business trip?
Mm-hmm. I know.
You can't trust no one. This girl said, My friend thinks her husband quit gambling, but he texted my husband to borrow $500 to spot him until the next UFC fight.
Nope.
Another, financially sketchy. But that's the thing, is you're thinking about these jaw-dropping things at dinner. It's going to be cheating, being sketchy, or being abusive.
Oh, yeah. I didn't really see any abusive ones, which was nice.
Because they probably wouldn't admit it, you know?
Yeah, that's what's so hard.
Okay, I want your thoughts on this one. My friend's husband referred to a coworker as his work wife so often it stopped being funny. My friend found out they had inside jokes, nicknames, and even shared a Spotify playlist. When she asked him about it, he said it was normal to be close to your coworkers.
That's so dangerous. It's such a slippery slope.
It's
How do you feel about corporate America?
It's so taboo because it's hard because I'm the only girl on my team. And I'll travel with the guys on my team. I could totally cheat on Hayden at any time.
Yeah.
You're put in these scenarios where I'm like, I'm alone in a car with a guy who's my age or a couple years older or whatever. And we both have to be so respectful. You know what I mean?
And it's like you're spending more time at work than you are with your family. And so these people become your family outside of your family, and then those boundaries can get blurred.
Especially if you're not happy at home or whatever.
Exactly. Or if you're fighting or you're complaining or you're like, oh, this is what's going on with my wife or my husband. And then you confide in someone.
Mm-hmm. Where people have work crushes.
Yeah.
So nice for you that Brandon works with his family. So you never have to worry.
Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. But I even remember when I was like corporate America work sales, I was surrounded by so many sales bros. Everyone was in their early to late 20s, maybe 30. And everyone was so flirty.
So let's talk about the boundaries. I would love to see what you think is normal and what you think is not. Okay, so yes, you have to be fairly close to them. It's important to socialize.
Yeah, and kind of be friends.
Have a relationship, like be friends.
Yeah, like a good rapport.
But do you feel like you should be on texting terms with them?
So I was on texting terms with all of the girls, but my boss was a guy or any of the other guys, I wouldn't be texting them probably. It'd be like Slack or emails.
That's fine. But do you think if other people are, I'm talking general boundaries.
Sometimes you have to text if it's a work thing, you know, like, hey, sorry, did you get this done? I think for work, yes. Personal, no.
Or some of my guy coworkers text me like happy birthday.
Oh, that's sweet.
Especially if it's a day that I'm not at work or something. I feel like that's normal.
Yeah, I feel like it's fine. Some personal stuff. Oh,
we just had our baby. Like, oh, your baby's so cute.
Yeah.
Or heard you were sick or something. It's hard because if I was laying in bed and I turn over and Hayden's texting his girl coworker at night or even during dinner, I'd be like, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why are you guys chatting?
Oh my gosh, yes. I feel like my stomach would drop a little bit where I'm like, why?
Do you feel like it's appropriate to follow your coworkers on Instagram?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Do you? This is great. I love this conversation.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Do you think that your husband or your boyfriend should be liking other girls' pictures? It's all these weird taboo things where it's like, yeah, they can have girlfriends. It's fine. It's all personal preference and you can decide these boundaries with your partner. But I'm just curious about the whole work thing because not every mom works or not every girl works our age, but they have a husband that goes to work. So there are probably boundaries set in place. Let's say Brandon didn't work at Sir Walter. And he worked at Weave or whatever and went to a corporate job every day.
I feel like knowing Brandon, I would totally trust him to never be. He's just not that. Mm-hmm. But also he's like so nice and fun and cool that he's very crushable. So I could see someone.
Same with Hayden. He's so social. The chatter and loves getting all the dirt on everyone and talking to the girls about Love Island and don't get it twisted, chicks.
Exactly. Brandon's more chill and like would be fun to talk to, and he'd be like, oh, like I have butterfly crush on Brandon. I can see that, you know, because that's just like how his, even in high school and in like college and stuff, it's like all of the friend girls at some point is like, oh yeah, like Brandon's so cute. He would be easy to have a crush on. So I think I'd be jealous of the girls, you know. Yeah. But Hayden's different too because he's so, oh yeah, let's chat kind of, and like loves to be included. So I'm sure these girls could be like, yeah, I have a crush on him. Yeah. Do you get jealous?
Not really. It's hard at first when he switches jobs to a new job. I'm like,
Who are
getting
these?
a lay for the land. How cute are your coworkers? Like, are they weird? Are they single? Then I don't get worried. It's just the beginning where I'm like, I hope his coworker is not hot and single.
But I remember this one, my boss at my old job, his wife would come in all the time to work.
Yeah.
I remember meeting her and I was like, hi, trying to be, and she was very like ice woman. And I feel like she's stressed a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he's like managing these cute 20 to 27-year-old girls, 20 of them.
That's what's hard. I feel like as a boss, like you're mentoring these people and you're with them like one-on-one a lot.
I know, but I feel like for these guys, it's like, I think about me as a girl. It's different. Imagine he's like 35. He's attractive guy. He's a boss over both sales teams. So one of them's literally 20 girls. And then the rest is boys and girls. But he's having one-on-ones with all of these girls daily, taking them to lunch in groups. And he's never crossing lines. Like, he wasn't flirty at all. But I'm like, do you think he's like, oh my gosh, I like...
mindful of it?
Mindful, but I think that these guys are more sketchy than girls.
Yeah.
Like, potentially.
I think potentially.
Where it's like, oh, I am like... hot shit because I'm this, and like all these girls like want to like know my thoughts.
I think you also worked in sales, so it's different because like the sales bros are different. Because my boss is like so respectful, and it's the same thing like that I said the other week about my friend's husbands with my boss and my coworkers. That's like my brother. It's not like that at all for me.
But I'm grateful even just hearing that about your boss. But I'm sure especially these people in power do have to be.
Yeah.
They have to be.
It's like the Me Too movement too, where you have to kind of cover your ass with that stuff where I'm not going to be put in any situation where someone could misread something or.
I know, it's so funny because I feel like Me Too, what year was that like all that went down? I can't remember, but I feel like it was before when I was working. For sure things would be different. Yeah. Because even my boss was not flirty, but his boss's boss was. Not with like, kind of with me, but just more like, oh my gosh, like you look beautiful. You girls are so, he would just say stuff like that. And he was old. And we just kind of were like, oh, this old dad. But I'm like looking back on it, I'm like, you're a creep. Like you shouldn't be saying those things to us. Or he's like, oh my gosh, you guys went on a date. Like, oh, you guys are so cute. You need to date around. And like, you need to, you know, but I feel like now it's probably more buttoned up, do you think?
Yeah, I think it depends on the person because some people are still just like willy-nilly with it. What do you think about talking about your marriage or your marriage problems to like a coworker?
Girl coworker's fine, but I would never talk about my marriage to a guy.
Yeah, I had a guy that would like always talk to me about his marriage problems. And I felt uncomfortable about it.
Well, yeah, it's like I don't want to be the person you confide in when you're talking crap on your wife.
Yeah.
Like go talk to your like best guy friend.
Yeah.
Or go talk
like,
to your wife.
Not like go talk to like a friend. We're not friends.
But do you feel like anyone's ever had a crush on you that you feel it? Where you're just like, you kind of like me?
No, that's the thing is I feel like if I would have been working younger, and I've been pretty much married the whole time I've worked there.
Yeah.
But I feel like in my 20s and stuff, you totally get that vibe of, oh my gosh, do you have a crush on me? That's like a very, I feel like, immature outlook that some people probably still have. And that's probably why they get themselves into trouble. There's cute guys at my work that are like relatively attractive that I can like have a full on conversation with. And I'm not like, oh, does he think I'm hot right now? Like,
totally. It's just like you're past that point. Yeah. Cause I think I just haven't worked in an office like that in almost 10 years. You know what I mean? And I don't really know the vibe.
Yeah.
But definitely when I was working there, it was just more young energy and a lot of people flirting. And I'm like, I feel like they're being sketchy. You know, like my mind, I was like, that's crossing boundaries.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of not even like bosses and whatever, but just like boy, girl. Like, let's go to lunch, like coworkers. Yeah, let's just run and go grab a drink. And I'm like, they do that every day. Yeah. And they're both married, you know?
Yeah. See, that's sketchy. But it is hard setting those boundaries because that's the thing. Is like, I totally trust Hayden. You totally trust Brandon. I feel like we're in the minority of that. I've come to find out a lot of my friends just have issues in their relationships and the trust isn't there. And so Like if the trust has been broken and then your husband continues to go to work every day, you do have to set boundaries, unfortunately, because if the boundary's been crossed, it has to be set.
I think when I was dating too, I was so stressed about infidelity and people being sketchy because my dad cheated on my mom and he was so sketchy with women. And I remember dating people similar personalities to my dad, and it was so off-putting to me. I was like, I cannot be with someone like this, flirty, and I want to know everything about you. I would date someone like that and I would be like, oh my gosh, I love being around this person, but it was just like a ping. You're like my dad's personality, you know? And so I think when I really was dating Brandon and married Brandon, that trust and security, I needed that foundation more than anything. And that was Brandon.
Do you feel like that was always there right off the bat?
Oh yeah. Brandon's just so honest and good, and he's flirty, but not a flirty person.
He's not very forward.
Yeah, he's not forward, but I used to be very attracted to flirty people because that's how I am. Used to be very flirty. And so when I was around people like that, or just like, oh, let's get deep, that's like how my dad is. When I feel like he's just so sketchy.
Yeah. No, I feel like you would be the more likely one.
Yeah.
Stuff out.
I'm not.
Brandon, not that you would ever, but it's just funny because it's like your guys' personalities.
I know, but it's so funny. I think obviously you grow up and grow out of that. But can I say one thing? Okay, so I just went and watched the new F1 movie. And Brad Pitt's so hot still, I think. And his love interest in it is age appropriate. And I loved that. They were like similar in age and they're so cute and they had like cute dynamic. But I hate that all these 60-year-old men are with like 25 to 30-year-olds. Can you not just find someone that's your age, these beautiful women that have life experience? Why are all these men dating these 25-year-olds? Like Bradley Cooper's with Gigi Hadid, and now Tom Cruise is with the girl from Knives Out.
I kind of get it because I feel like women get so exhausted and tired of doing everything all the time, and they have kids and they raise them and they're just
too independent for a man.
They're independent, but also just not as much fun because we just are worn down and beaten by life.
That makes me so depressed.
So I just feel like as a 60-year-old dude who has a lot of money and is hot or whatever, you could find a 25-year-old girlfriend who's like bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, really naive to how hard life is, and it's a fun, nice distraction, and it distracts you from your trauma. It's a coping mechanism where it's like, I'm gonna find a girl who's not so jaded on life and not so tired and wants to go on this yacht and get drunk and dance on the table.
But then what do these 55 to 60-year-old women get?
They just spend time with their kids.
But isn't that like so?
I just
like
think
they
about,
deserve
like, the Real
love.
Housewives. It's like you think about these Real Housewives women who are in their 50s and they ain't what they used to be, but they're also I'm like sounding like a freaking misogynistic right now, but it's just like, and then they're just nagging you all the time about cleaning and like working in their garden, and you're just like, can you shut the fuck up? I want to go to Turks and Caicos with this chick and just watch her dance in the club. You know? I get it in that sense with Brad Pitt and whatever.
But you know what was the best was,
Angelina was freaking micromanaging the shit out of.
But my thing is, I'm like, I wish Brad Pitt was like, I want to go back to Jen Aniston. I want her back. She's so beautiful.
Brad Pitt did a drunk call to Jennifer Aniston and was like, I miss you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
I wish that he tried to get her back and she shot him down deeply to my core.
I can guarantee that happened. I feel it in my heart that it happened. Because
I feel like him and Angelina's relationship was so horrible. So toxic. He cheated on Jen Aniston.
I know.
With her. Got married. Had 50 children. Half of their kids don't even talk to him anymore. Brad.
That's what I'm saying. He was a horrible dad, horrible husband, blah, blah, blah. They had 5 million kids. It just stopped being fun for him. And then he's like, why did I leave Jen for this? And then he had a drinking problem. And then he lost everything. I've lost my kids. I lost my wife. I'm calling Jen to cry to her and be like, why? I had the biggest mistake of my life.
I would pay millions of dollars to hear that phone call and her just being like, I'm sorry, Pitt. Bye. Yeah, because that's what they call. They did a reading of an old movie and they were in it together, and it was a Zoom call in 2020. And he was like, hey, Aniston. And she was like, hi, Pitt. And it was a bunch of actors on the screen. And it is my Super Bowl. Please tell me you called him after. Or he called her after.
Definitely talked. And then she's just, you freaking I'm sure in a friendlier, nicer way, but this ship has sailed and that sucked for me. And I'm sorry your life is where it is at. I'll always care for you, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's how the conversation went.
It would just make me so happy if they got back together. But I just hate that Jennifer Aniston's ex, they broke up and now he's married to a 28-year-old, Justin Theroux. And I'm like, this is bothering me.
But I'm just telling you, that's the logic.
I know, but these women deserve whatever they want. They deserve the cream of the crop because they've been through so much.
Okay, but I'm also into the older guys.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm married and I love Hayden. But when I'm reading books and stuff, me and my friends were talking about this last night. The age gap, just an older, zaddy,
you know what it
burly
is?
guy.
No, the best age gap is Safe House with Julian Huff and Josh Duhamel.
Safe Haven.
They're like 20 years apart. That age gap was
Totally. I love an age gap. And that's one of my like fantasies is just being a 22-year-old girl and just having this old hot
45-year-old.
The nanny to like a single dad and fall in love.
I know, but I just want to talk to a 60-year-old woman or a 50-year-old woman and just be like, what do you want? Are you wanting someone your age or younger? Or what's your desire? Because these dudes are pulling till. And I'm like, what are these girls getting? I think it depends on
the girl. Because a lot of these girls now, they have younger boyfriends and stuff. But they probably are just like, that sounds exhausting. I just want to
chill,
live my freaking Nancy Meyers life and just cook and be in my garden and not worry about a man. And I just feel like women, they have so much more going for them than these men. Where
I like this track.
No, but on the flip side, they're like, I love being in bed by 9 p.m. and reading a book and like watching a chick flick and having my house clean and quiet and peaceful. I don't need you in my space. Where if they get divorced from these guys and they're financially stable, then they're probably just like, I'm good. I'm going to hang out with my grandkids, my kids. I have my hobbies. I have my friends.
I know, but I feel like that's like 50 to 65. But then come 65, you're like, I just want someone to putter around with me. Yeah. I want a partner for the next 20 years to just go on little vacations and have sex every month, you know, just do life with. And I want these women to have that. And I want these grandpas to have that as well. But that's why Golden Bachelor brings me so much joy. Because I'm like, they deserve love too. I know. And I love when guys are like, that's weird if I were to date someone super young.
Yeah, but did you hear all the drama with the new Golden Bachelor?
No, what happened?
So they picked this Golden Bachelor. He's this retired NFL guy, and he was interviewed. I think he has a podcast or something, but in an interview, he said that he has these qualifications for what he wants to see on the show, and he doesn't want anyone older than 60, and they have to be fit, and like he said all of these things that turned off so many people. Like, you're on the Golden Bachelor, but you won't let any women over 50 come on because he wants someone who, or over 60 come on because he wants someone who's like young and has this zest for life, all that. Because his ex-wife is 42 or something and he's over 60. He's like 68 or something. But now they're thinking about canceling him as the Golden Bachelor because he's rubbing so many people the wrong way. Because he has this age requirement for the Golden Bachelor. These guys don't want older women. It's crazy. It's fine though. You'll be with Brandon forever and you don't have to worry about it.
But also, I get to die first. Brandon better not die before me or else.
He probably will.
No.
Men typically die first.
I know, but I'm going to die first and then he can chill for like 2 years and then he can die. I want us to die within a few years of each other.
Your poor kids.
We'll be like old. We'll be like 97.
I hope so.
I can't wait to get old with him though. Sometimes he just looks older in some ways and he'll like smile and he'll smile and he'll have little creases and stuff and I'm like, I want to literally eat those wrinkles off your face. He doesn't have wrinkles, but when he smiles it's kind of, and I have never loved him more. I love that you're a man and I can't wait to just watch you get old. I'm so obsessed with his face.
It's like your kids.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you one. Okay. At girls' night, one of the girls told us that her ex-boyfriend had proposed to another woman while they were still together, like full on double life. They had been dating for almost 2 years. She thought that they were solid. They were talking about moving in together. They met each other's families, the whole deal. And then one morning she opened up Facebook and saw an engagement photo of him with another woman. At first she thought it must be a mistake, but nope, same guy. Turns out he had been seeing another woman for nearly a year, splitting time, making excuses and managing both relationships like it was totally normal. She told us she still doesn't know how he kept it all straight. She ended up leaving a comment on the post, blocking him from everything, and never talking to him ever again.
That would be such a trip if you're just like, okay, cool, bye, boyfriend, enjoy your fiance.
Of 2 years.
Yeah. I don't understand how that's even possible.
I mean, it is.
But you're getting serious enough with someone to propose to them, meanwhile having a serious girlfriend of 2 years. How are you, like, yeah, it's like she didn't know how he kept it all straight. Same.
Literal double family.
That's what's crazy. I don't get that. Being on that side, how you would not suspect anything.
But it's like, oh, he travels for work. Oh, he does it. It just becomes normalized where he's gone for a week or two, whatever. And it's like, that's the time. Or, oh, I'm going to this or I'm going to this. It's like, you can do it.
Freaking
men.
No.
Okay, go.
Well,
tell me.
She's better off.
I know. I love that it was just a boyfriend and not a freaking husband.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got so many submissions about their friends confessing to them that their husbands never made them come. That seems like a very common thing.
I know. This one girl was like, my friend has 6 kids and she's only come once in her whole marriage.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, how?
There was probably at least 50 of those of like, oh, her husband doesn't make her whatever. That's what I don't understand. The communication.
It's so bad.
It's hard though, because I feel like that it is common.
But I'm just like, I feel so sad for these girls. And also these yeah, I don't know. But it's another thing where you just don't know what you're doing. And then it becomes this routine where it's just like, well, I just never do. Or you don't even know what that's like.
Yeah. Because a couple of things. The guy could just be being selfish and lazy, right?
Or the girls just don't know their body and don't know how to say.
Yeah. So it's like the guy could be lazy and selfish. The girl doesn't know what's going on down there. So she doesn't even know how to get herself to do that.
But it's like, have you never grinded in your life? Remember like when you were a teenager and you're grinding and you're like, I'm literally about to come from just grinding? Like that feeling. Yeah. Have you never like grinded?
Also, you're probably just not being turned on enough to get to that point where you can, you know? Because yeah, you could grind. If I'm like not turned on, I would be like, that does nothing for me.
You need to make out for a long time. That tension
has to be there.
Yeah.
And like the blood flow has to get there before it can work. But also, what about these girls who their husbands just aren't good at it? Like, how do you tell your husband, like, no,
what?
That's not.
You should just be like, let's get a vibrator and then we can have sex and use a vibrator.
But I feel like some husbands are weird about using vibrators.
Well, sorry, bro. I don't know.
But that's what's hard is all of these people are confessing that. That's like clearly a problem.
I know 50
Like, do you think
those.
these girls are like faking it?
Half of them are. And
just to get it to stop or just to make their husband feel better?
I just feel so sad that these girls are enjoying sex.
But also, if you're, because there's been times where you're like, okay, it's like not going to happen tonight. Like,
yeah.
It does require a lot. And then when you're like, oh, sorry, it's not happening. You're frustrated with your body. And then your husband keeps trying. It's like, no, we're good.
I'm just mentally cannot.
You mentally cannot, which is fine. But that probably happens a lot where it's like, okay, let's just, that kills the mood when you're like, I can't.
I know, but is there anything
it's almost
better?
Just like pretend you're enjoying it.
But yes, I've never faked it though. Like, yeah. I just could not. I wouldn't be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm more comfortable just being like, I love you so much. I feel good and connected. I'm good. Mm-hmm. Versus I would say that over like faking it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But these husbands need to be like, did you? You good? Like, can these husbands do like a follow up? Because sometimes it's like, you don't. And then he finishes. And then you're just like, what about me? And then he's just like, all right,
what if these girls
you need a towel? Like, what? Yeah. But that's what's hard is I feel like that's pretty common. That should be taught. I mean, obviously it's not taught, but husbands be like, you good? Did you?
Yes. And what can we do? It's like the girls need to speak up, the guys need to check in, and they both need to communicate. And it's just like all around.
Because it's one of those things that it's awkward that you can't be like, wait,
can you touch me?
Can I have can you do this for me? It's like feels like such a favor versus just having it be part of your routine.
But you know what's sad is like these guys are all coming.
I know every freaking time.
I've never heard of a guy like the girl gets off and then the guy's just like, you know? And I feel like the guys would be like, hey, like, I need it.
Mm-hmm. What about these girls who guys can't come? Like, they don't come No. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm trying to like disguise this. It's not me. But it seriously isn't me because I have the opposite problem. But I feel like I've heard that multiple times.
Please don't cut that out.
I've heard that multiple times where it's like my husband like can't come, and I'm like, girl, I think your husband has a porn problem.
Oh yeah, if they're freaking jacking off 5 times a day or something.
Or it takes them so long or whatever.
That's weird.
At what point does that become like a huge red flag?
I feel like as a girl, if I wasn't making Brandon come, I would take that so personally.
Yes. But if you just randomly stopped being able to come, would you be like, something's up? I feel like that's a big red flag.
Yeah, I'd be like, what? And I would feel like a failure. So I'm like, also these guys should feel like failures if they're not making these girls come. I would feel like,
yeah, you should take it very personal.
Yes.
And be like, are you not attracted to me? Am I not doing enough? Yes.
Yeah, and as a girl, you need to speak up, because there are some times where it's like, yeah, it's not going to happen, but I do feel so connected and this is enough. So I feel like that's okay if I'm communicating that.
Yes, especially when you're raising kids or you have busy schedules, all of the things. There's going to be some nights where you're like, yes, I'm down to connect. I'm down to have sex, but I am good. Like,
yeah, and
you don't
like,
need to get out the vibrator, do the whole shebang on me.
Yes, genuinely. But that is a communication
But it should
thing.
be like a consent thing where you're like, no, I'm good. Thanks for checking.
Yeah, and if Brandon was just like, okay, bye, and got up and peaced out without a conversation, I would feel very upset.
You're just like laying there so turned on, like, cool.
Yeah, no.
These poor girls.
I know. But yeah, if like these guys aren't but also maybe they have something. When you get older, these dudes do like get soft or whatever, and that never happened. So I'm curious to see in the next 20 years what that brings.
Yeah, totally.
Where it's like these guys are so turned on and want it, but it's like they just like aren't.
Well, and there's the mentality, because that's true. As you get older, it's harder to like, keep it up and like all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more just like within just a stark change of, okay, that feels concerning.
But wouldn't you be so sad if you just could not make Hayden come?
Well, yeah. It'd be like, I'm like, oh, I'm ugly. I'm not sexy enough. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
sure.
curious like what these girls feel. But maybe some guys just have problems. I don't know.
No, that is true. That's the thing. Is like there's probably a girl listening like, well, my husband has this defect and it's really hard for him to what, and I'm like, no, that's different.
Do you get into like sex talk with your friends a lot?
I feel like we used to way more.
Yeah.
Now that it's just like so far down the road, it's like cool. Like
it's more like, let's talk about life and like, what are you up to? Yeah, for sure. Early marriage, it was all about sex.
I feel like it's kind of becoming more taboo.
Yeah. Or like our lives are just becoming more interesting and more complex.
Yeah, and that's not as exciting as it once was.
Yeah. But I don't feel like I talk about sex a lot anymore.
Because if you were to be at a girl's dinner and you're like, oh my gosh, we tried this new position and blah, 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 I'd be like, okay. Like, all right.
But I definitely feel like I wouldn't be like, if someone was talking about sex, but I definitely don't feel like it gets brought up.
It would just feel more random than it used to.
Yeah, it would have to be led into the conversation. But also people do say how often they have sex. People are saying that still. Like, oh yeah,
well, I feel like that's like the pulse check of it all, of like, how often are you guys doing it? Are we doing it enough? Is it normal that I don't want to do it every day now? It's like, yeah, twice a week is great, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so I feel like that's kind of thing.
Okay, I'll read one last one.
Okay.
This one scared me.
Spooky.
It's very spooky. So one of my close friends went through this super sketchy situation with her husband and his gaming.
Ugh.
He's always been a gamer. He's got the headset, the chair, the LED lights, the whole setup. At first, she didn't think much of it. He'd play late at night, say it helped him unwind, and she figured it was harmless. But after a while, things started to feel weird. He got way more private about it. He stopped talking about who he was playing with, would mute his mic or close out of screens when she walked into the room. He acted like she was invading his space by just being near his gaming chair. Major red flags. Then one night, she heard a woman's voice coming through the headset, like full-on giggling, flirting, you're so funny energy. She checked the app he was using, and turns out it wasn't just a game. It had a full chat feature, private DMs, and he was talking to multiple girls, flirting, sending pics, the whole nine. When she confronted it, he said it's just part of the game and that it didn't mean anything. But like, if you're hiding it, giggling with girls and sending selfies, that's not gaming. That's digital cheating with extra steps. When she confronted him, he said it was just part of the game. Every outlet. That's the thing. Where you can't trust anyone, but except for Hayden and Brandon. But also, Like, it's scary because if your husband's going to cheat, he's going to cheat.
And you know what I saw too? One of the submissions it was just like a little blurb. It was like she found her husband cheating with a girl via notes app. It was because you know how you can like share a note? You know how we share notes? And then if you edit it, like I see it on my end.
Oh, that's how they were like communicating? Yeah. No.
Was through notes.
That's what's hard. Hating games all the time. And I'm like, are you talking to chicks? Should I be worried?
That's the thing where I think there's so much scariness, but there's also still like goodness and light. And
that's the thing is because I do trust Hayden so much. I really do trust him. And so it's one of those things, but it's just like, wow, it can just happen at any time. Like through any outlet.
I know. It's so crazy. Oh, okay. One other thing that we got a ton of submissions. I didn't have a whole story on this, but we got like probably 4 or 5 submissions that said that they found out that their husband was gay.
What?
Yeah. It was like, oh, she found out her husband was gay or found out he was looking at boy porn or like so many of those. Wouldn't that just be so devastating? One was like, oh, my friend has multiple kids and she's known her whole marriage that her husband's gay, but they just kind of bury it. But they're very religious too. So I'm like, oof. Yeah. There was a handful of those.
No, I have a friend of a friend who we've all speculated that her husband's gay. And I remember in our early 20s, it was like, oh my gosh, they have kids. It's been like a full blown rumor / everyone thinks it's true that he's gay. And at first it was like, oh my gosh, crazy, juicy drama. Oh my gosh, he could be gay, crazy. But now I'm just like, let him do his thing. If he wants to come out, he'll come out. The whole religious suppression of it all is really sad. And that would be devastating if your husband, like, decide that before you get married, please. But also, if they do have an agreement and she wants to stay in their marriage, just let her do her thing.
There's so many layers to it as well, where it's like, okay, even if someone is kind of on that sexual spectrum or whatever and is more attracted to men or whatever it is, you can still have a committed relationship and partner and best friendship. Every relationship's different. So why is outside sources to dictate what is right and wrong or you should do this or that? My only thing is if you're both miserable, like why? Yeah. You know, or it's like you have a beautiful family, but there are those deep things you both deserve to find love and be happy.
But when you have 3 kids under the age of 5, you're in the middle of raising them. Do you really want to get divorced and share custody and co-parent and all the things? Can you have a platonic relationship and raise these kids together
and be best friends and have a beautiful family?
Oh, it's so hard. I feel for anyone who's in that situation.
I think it'd be more devastating if you found out your husband was gay. Like one of those things was like, she knows. She confided in me that she knows that her husband was gay when they got married.
Oh.
And so that's one element. Another element is if you found it and it was a problem or looking at stuff or fantasizing about being with someone else.
It's just so scary because when you get married, especially you get married so young, your spouse can change so much in a matter of 10 years. And so it's like, oh, I want to open up our marriage, or I want to explore, I want to swing. Even with women, it could be like, I think I'm bisexual. Like, I want to feel that out. I want to start dating women. It's so hard. And you married this person because you love them and you built a whole life with them and you have kids. What do you do?
I know. I think it's giving these people grace to change. And you know what? You don't know what life is going to bring. I think a lot of these problems and a lot of these submissions that we're seeing, a lot of this can be solved with healthy communication and growing together versus growing apart from each other. Because you can always change and grow, but if you're talking these things out, talking through it, like a lot of these things like cheating or this or that, can we work on our marriage together? Like how can we connect? How can we communicate? How can we feel better sexually? I think you can still grow and change individually, but also grow and change together.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, I want to get into the forecast of the week, so I want to hear yours.
Okay. So did it? 2 big things happened for me this week. I started IVF and I turned 32. Big monumental things. So I think it was
started IVF today. I walked in and it's just all the medication out. Like your first shot today.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I did it. I freaking did it.
We were talking about it, that it's devastating that you're here. so exciting that you're starting. Like you've been waiting so long to even get to this point to start IVF. So like grateful, excited. But now it's like your body's going to go through just absolute hell the next 2 weeks. It's so many emotions.
Yeah.
Conflicting.
Yeah. So that's just consume my life the next couple of weeks, which is great. And I'm happy to be here. But just crazy. Both of these things happening, turning another age, moving on to another year, still going through this, but also feeling a little bit hopeful for my 32nd year, you know?
I know. It's like you could have your baby at 32.
Yeah. Totally.
It's going to be a happy year. I feel really good about it. 32.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. I love you.
Thank you. Crazy. Felt/thought. Honestly, my thoughts have just been consumed with freaking Love Island because I do not understand the Nicole Andrea stuff. Like, I don't get it. And it's driving me insane because I feel like America's acting like it's normal. And now that it's over, I'm just like, I still don't understand.
I know. I don't understand it at all, honestly.
That whole season just felt so fake, so forced. And it's like,
I hated this whole season,
really
honestly.
frustrating.
But the whole world was watching it, so it was fun. I missed last year.
Yeah.
It was so good. And this season really did suck. It was not good.
Yeah. Yeah. We just started UK and I'm excited to watch that. But that's my feelings on that. I feel like just learning so much about IVF and how to do the shots and the medications and everything. I feel like I literally could have my nursing degree by now. Like,
it's so
you
crazy.
have to learn. I watched like probably 6 or 7 videos that are 20 minutes long on information of learning exactly how many IUs and how to mix it and all this stuff, and then just all of the symptoms and the medications and stuff I'm on and things to watch for. I genuinely feel like I could have some type of degree in infertility.
I know. And like, where does this information go? So many women are dealing with this, and it's like, okay, cool. I literally could be a nurse now. And like, where does this information go?
I know. Literally, just to get you pregnant and then people to help you. Like, Allie's been amazing. She was on the podcast, but she literally is like my IVF guru. And can I just say, we're actually going to her baby shower today, but she's just like one of those people that has been through some shit and is using that shit for good.
Yep.
Like turning it around and paying it forward, which is crazy. And it makes me excited to
give it forward.
Be that person for somebody someday of like, no, I got you. I've been through this. Like, I got you. That's where you use that knowledge.
I love that so much.
Loved. I'm sorry. You're not going to agree with this, but I cannot stop thinking about We Were Liars. Like, I've been telling everyone to watch it because that ending was insane, and I binged it this last weekend. So worth it. I loved it.
Should I try? Because I read the book. Okay, if you haven't watched it, skip forward a minute.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. So I read the book and it wasn't good. The writing was fine, but just the ending, it was like, what? So basically all the cousins are dead. You find out that she's been hallucinating them the second summer. Yeah. And they're all dead.
Yeah.
And
it's like a sixth sense.
Yes. But it just like the build up to it wasn't good. And the ending, it was unsatisfying. I didn't like the book. But then starting the show, it's like, I know the cousins are dead. I'm sad. In the first episode, the acting's bad and cheesy. And then I know they're all dead. So it was
it's like not worth it for you.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't know, because that's the thing, I just kept seeing online like how crazy the ending was. So I was like, I want to watch the show just to have a twist. I love a good twist. And then I don't feel like the acting's that bad. I thought like it was good. And just like the vibes, like I love like a rich summer, you know?
I know. And it has some good actors in it and everything. And the boy cousin is Haymitch. I know we don't want to talk about Hunger Games, but he got
Haymitch. Okay. I saw something on TikTok about it, but I didn't know if that they were advocating for him to get it or if he actually got it.
Yeah, he's doing Haymitch. And I liked his acting, so I'm excited. And I think he's super cute. So I'm excited about that.
Did you know that the main girl in it is Deb's daughter?
Yep. Deb's daughter. And one of the moms, the aunts, is Meryl Streep's daughter.
Really? Which one? The like addict one?
Oh my gosh, whose mom is she? The boy's mom? Okay. I'll show you a picture.
Yeah, the boy's mom.
Yeah.
Well, and the girl from Vampire Diaries is one of the moms.
Exactly. And one of the girls is like Hugh McGregor's or whatever his name is daughter. So it's a very Nepo show.
Yeah. Yeah, but I liked it. And everyone I've been seeing this week, I'm like, have you watched We Were Liars? You have to see it.
And I kind of want to watch it just so I see Brandon's reaction, you know? So I got to the second episode and I was genuinely like sad. And I was like, okay,
Yeah, that's the thing. Even Tell Me Lies, I went to dinner with a friend last night who hasn't watched it. And me and my other friend were like, you have to watch it. And she's like, well, should I read the book first? And I'm like, no, don't ruin it. Because it just, you can't like convey like
wait, Tell Me Lies is a book with Lucy and Steven?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a book. It's like a series.
Oh, what?
But Lucy and Steven, like that toxic relationship, you can't get that from a book. Just watch the show because the show's so good. And the music and the fashion and the nostalgia.
She's so hot to me.
Yeah, same. I think she's so pretty. But I'm just like, just watch the show. Like sometimes the book isn't worth it. And I feel like in this case, I wouldn't want to read this book.
Yes, I would not recommend the book and I would have just watched the show because I feel like the ending's probably epic. Is it good? Maybe I'll just watch the last episode.
Yeah,
when she finds out, is it just devastating?
Oh my gosh. I don't cry. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Like, how does it end? Is she happy?
Okay, well, what's confusing is I think they might have set it up for a second season.
Because there's 3 books. So the next book is the mom, one of the aunts. She's hallucinating her son.
Okay, that's how it ended. So that's accurate.
Yeah.
Because the boy, Hamish or whatever, that's how it ends. He's sitting on the counter and the mom's talking to him. Then it ends.
So she's hallucinating him and she's telling him her summer with her sisters growing up. So it's a flashback to like her summers.
Okay, see, it's like blah blah blah. Now that twist
is she
happened.
Good or is she like, I'm done with my family? They're all toxic.
Oh yeah, her grandpa tries to get her to be suppressed like the others and to just put on a good face, and he kind of like blackmails her basically because he like knows that it was her idea for the fire and stuff. Mm-hmm. And she is like, nope, take your freaking pearls, and drives off in a boat. And the moms are like so proud of her. She stood up when like they couldn't type thing.
I know, but even that ending in the book, I was like, okay. So just all of her best friends are dead and her love of her life. Where does she go from here?
Yeah, but that's life, man. You know, like she's going to rebuild. She's going to meet someone. She's going to unwrap like her toxic family upbringing. And they focus so much on how that family was so toxic. And her love interest like brought that to light. And they're like, wow, like I'm so privileged. These moms all hate each other and like they're living the worst life. So it's like she walked away from that and is going to build a new life.
I know, but like, aren't you so sad?
Oh, it was so sad. You have to watch the last episode. But I'm shocked that you thought the acting was cheesy because I don't feel like you're like sensitive to that.
I know. I think
you'll watch any cheesy show.
I know. And I think I get desensitized really fast, but I think I was just really, oh my gosh, I already know the ending. I'm not loving this. And then the green screen in the first episode, I don't know if it gets better, but they're on the beach and it's just like hella green screen. And I'm just like,
I probably was like scrolling on my phone or something.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll give it a try. Okay. So you were loving it. Is that all of them?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. I love it. Okay, I'll do mine really quick. We went to Midway this last week just as like a little family vacation, and it was everything.
Yeah.
It was so fun. And there's something about kids in a hotel.
Yeah, the boys have so much fun.
They had we just swam like 10 times a day.
I was going to ask you, what do you guys do with Rooney? Do you bring in like a pack and play and just put him?
Yeah.
Or do you have one of those pods?
Yeah. So we got a big room. So it was 2 rooms connected and a kitchen. We stayed at the Zermatt.
Oh, nice.
And so in the first bedroom with the queen beds, we just put Rooney in a pack and play in the bathroom. So it was perfect. Like he had his own little room.
Oh, that's great.
So then we could put him to bed and then we could be up with the kids.
Okay, nice.
And the kitchen was a game changer because then we could like cook and everything. Because in the past, we've gotten just like one room. Mm-hmm. And then it's like once the kids go to sleep, me and Brandon are just like sitting in like pitch black. And I'm like, we're watching on the iPad with AirPods in. You know, I'm like, this sucks.
Having the 2 rooms is everything.
It was so nice. Because then the kids go to bed at 8. And then me and Brandon are just like watching shows and hanging out. It was so nice. And it was gorgeous. Like our back patio is just like farmland, like horses and cows and rolling hills. So I would just go out and eat my breakfast in the morning. Me and the boys went on a little hike. It was just so gorgeous. And it's far enough away where you feel like you're on a little trip, but it's not too far where you're not driving. Mm-hmm. But we did like mini golf. We went on like a carousel. We went to all these local shops. There was a ton of gluten-free options for Lennox.
Oh, amazing.
And so we got like pizza and they had like gluten-free buns at this like burger joint, and he loved that. And I was like, life is getting breathed back into me right now, just being with my family.
Yeah.
And just seeing like a hotel stay through a kid's eyes is like, this is fun. And we went to the lake. We went to Deer Creek one day, which was really fun. They just like played in the sand and we swam a little bit. So we did that last week, which was so fun, and I loved that. Okay, but we get home. This is what I learned this week, that I am cursed with AC. We walk into our house. It's 91 degrees.
What?
And I'm like, of course, just like slapped with reality. Me and Brandon's whole marriage, we've always had HVAC problems. Like even in like the 3 houses we've lived, the AC always breaks. And it's followed us to this house where we got a brand new system for like 15 grand when we remodeled our house. Like everything was supposed to be brand new. The last 3 years that we've lived there, every summer something is wrong with AC. We found out that like the HVAC guy screwed us over, didn't install it properly, didn't do it. So every year we're trying to like Band-Aid fix it.
Yeah.
We've had probably 8 different HVAC people, local people, like big companies, small companies, but it dies every summer. So we come and it's hot. I'm like, no. We call like a 24-hour because we got home at like 7 p.m. And the guy comes like 10 p.m. is working on it till like almost like 12:30. He basically like Band-Aid fixes it and is like, okay, it's kind of fixed, but like you basically need a whole new system.
No.
And I'm just like, la. Hopefully this Band-Aid works the rest of the summer because we do not have that money. But it was like devastating.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm so angry and so frustrated and want to cry. And it's just rough.
I'm sorry. And it's like AC or heat. Like you can't go that long without it. It's
the
so
first
hard.
2 years we had issues with our heating too, because the guy did like HVAC and the furnace. And we finally figured out our furnace last summer. So it'd be like break in the middle of winter and I'm like, okay, cool, I have a newborn baby.
Yeah.
He can't freeze to death. And then in the summer it's like 91 degrees in our house. I'm like, this is the worst. So anyways, it's Band-Aid fix. It's cooling for now. Hopefully it lasts the rest of summer and then we can figure something else out. But
oh, I'm sorry. That is rough. That's some grown-up crap right there.
it's so bad. It was so bad. Okay. And then loved it. Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you this little story. Riggs, he is like my little Riggs. He's 5. He's a negotiator. Like Lennox, my 7-year-old, I tell him to do something and he does it. He's like so obedient. And then Riggs is always tests the waters. Like, no, like that's just the starting offer. Like, let's negotiate this. So the other day I'm like, Riggs, I got this pizza that had like veggies on it and he hates vegetables. It's a whole thing. He's like, I'm not eating this. And then I said, Kate, well, if you want a dessert, then you have to eat 6 bites. And he was like, I can't eat 6 bites. 6 bites is too many bites. You always want me to eat 6 bites and that's too many. I'm not eating 6 bites. So you tell me how many bites I need to take. Because 6 is too many. So you tell me.
What?
And I'm like, buddy. And I'm like, try not to laugh because I'm like, classic negotiating is you never say the first number, but like you want the other person to do the offer and then you don't respond.
Yeah.
You're just like, I can't do that. Give me a new number.
How is he learning this?
Because I always give him options. Like, I'm like, either you can do this or this. You choose. Like, I always do that. But this time I was like 6 bites. So then he goes, you tell me like how many bites, not 6. And then I'm like, I'm not saying a number, buddy. And he goes, okay, I'll either have 3 or 4 bites. You choose. 3 or 4 bites I'll have. You choose. I'm like,
I would have been like 7. 7 bites.
I'm like, no. So then I'm just laughing and I'm just like, either you can have the whole pizza or you can have 6 bites. And he's like, 6 bites is too many bites. But afterwards I was laughing so hard and I'm like, I love this kid. Like he has autonomy. He like knows what he wants and he's a negotiator.
Yeah.
And it's hard sometimes to parent someone like that. But also I'm like, never change. I just like loved him so much in that moment. And then I was like, okay, we're done with the pizza. You don't get a treat. We're done. And he was like upset, but I told Brandon after we were laughing. I loved that. Okay. So my random thought, we can end on this. Do you think Taylor Swift was teasing the re-release like Rep TV and then was in negotiations to get her originals But I'm like, do you think she was laying Easter eggs for it? But then she was like, oh no, I wasn't ever releasing it.
No.
I feel like there was too many. And she loves Easter eggs. So I'm like, was she setting it up during her show? Was she doing all these things? Was she like rearranging her merch on her website? And because she was planning on releasing it, but then she got her master's and was like, okay, I don't have to re-release this.
No.
You don't?
I don't think so. Mm-mm.
Why?
I just think that we clown about too many things, that it's just like, there's so many things that we've already been proven wrong about with things that has come to fruition, that I don't think that that's the case. No.
But I'm also like, I think she also doubles down on all of her Easter eggs. She's always like, oh, you thought that there was 10, there was actually 27. She's so 10 steps ahead, where I'm just like, I don't know.
I feel like she used to be, but I feel like she used to be like way more intentional. But then once people started picking up on her Easter eggs, it got to the point where people were analyzing like literally everything.
Yeah.
I think if there's specific numbers or things like that, yes. I still kind of think that there's maybe a Karma album or like the Orange thing. I think that that could be like the 6th album. I still think that there's some that will still come to fruition, but I just don't think that, I feel like her story in the letter with Rep makes the most sense out of anything. And then it's like actually like the reality versus I don't feel like there was any other Easter eggs that like made sense.
I know. I was just listening to, I can't remember what song it was on the radio from Rep. And I was like, did she, I don't know. I'm just like, I really want to know all the behind the scenes stuff, because I feel like there's so much we don't know and so much she doesn't tell us. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I miss her though. I'm listening to her music a lot lately. Did you see Justin Bieber dropped an album?
Yes.
Have you listened to it?
Yes. I've listened to probably 4 songs. And this is a hot take, but I don't like Justin Bieber. And I think his music sucks.
Ugh.
No, obviously, never say never. I was a believer. Like, I loved that documentary, and that whole album was so fun to get into, you know?
But
like,
you didn't like Sorry.
I loved screaming it. They're bops. Yeah, Sorry, and all of those new ones, even Peaches Out in Georgia, that's it. That one, like, yeah, it's a bop, right? He has some good songs that if I heard at a pool, I'm like, yeah, this song's nice. But I'm like, you're not talented. This is not quality music. It feels like very immature. It's like, my baby, it's a bed, and my baby, and the lip gloss, and the phone case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. Where it's not like you're an artist, but he has an amazing voice. He does have a very good voice.
I'm over his like boy band, like whiny voice.
But I'm not like you're a Taylor Swift writing it. But it's like Selena Gomez too, or like something like that, where it's not this deep Julia Michaels, like an artist.
Yeah, I don't like Selena Gomez either.
Yeah,
I don't love her music.
Same.
But Justin Bieber, his voice is very whiny and annoying to me.
Oh no.
I was like trying. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna listen to all these songs. Like everyone's freaking out about Daisies. I'm gonna give it a full listen. And people are crying. Yeah, it's like this is my Super Bowl. And yes, I get, obviously that's how I'm with Taylor Swift, and I get that. But it's just like, compared to a Taylor Swift album, I'm just like, my brain is melting. And you suck.
Yeah, but then you have like Billy and Phineas. You're artists.
Yes, exactly. Like, that is the difference. You are artists.
It's so smart and strategic. And I feel like Justin, it's like, he loves music and he loves it, but he's always has people in his ear giving him the tracks and giving him the this and this and like, oh, this is popular. It's not like him. I am gonna create.
No, but also Justin Bieber is like on a one track to Amanda Bynesing his life.
That is literally like the best analogy you've ever used. You know what it's giving? I saw this thing. It's giving like Kim and Kanye before Kanye totally lost his crap. When Kim was just like, no, yeah, he's fine. We're good. We're good. When he was spiraling out, that's what it's giving. Where Haley's like, no, we're good. But he is spiraling down the drain.
Yep.
But you know what I thought was cute and funny is he had that song that's like, I'm standing on business. That's one of his songs. And it's just like him saying that. And I'm like, oh, he has a sense of humor. He's funny. And I didn't realize like you do have humor. Like he didn't have to play into that joke, and he did and put it on his a track on his album. Yeah. You know? But in the next year, something's happening with him and Haley.
1000%.
Like it's not okay and they're not doing good.
Well, did you see that caption that he did like about her getting on the cover of Vogue.
Yeah, I was like, one time we got in a fight and I said that you would never be on the cover, and just kidding.
Yeah, and then he deletes whatever and replaces it with emojis, and then he releases the song like, my baby, like, I'm so proud of you, baby, I'm so proud of you, baby. And I'm like, you fucking hate your wife. Like, you got conned into this marriage and you don't even like your wife.
Yeah,
so
you don't even,
why are you like, this love song is not translating.
But it's weird because you so vocal on the internet about her, like, I love her, and then in public it's like you hate her, and also you say like the meanest stuff.
But even on the internet he's not really like, I love her.
Well, he just posts about her so
Does
much.
he?
Yes, like,
I feel like she's logging
feed.
into his Instagram and posting.
No, but I'm so curious, like, what their relationship is like behind closed doors. It's clearly a mess. There's no way that it's like healthy and good. Like, that's
also,
for sure.
Like, had a baby so young for Hollywood.
Well, I mean, they're not
they
that
jumped
young.
into
Isn't he
it.
like 30? He's 30, I think. It's not like
I don't know how old he is, but she's young. She's probably like 25 or something.
No, I think she's like 27 or 28.
You think?
Yes. Like, they're not. Yeah,
I'll
look it up. Yeah, they're not like super young.
I just feel like for Hollywood, for having a baby like in your 20s even, is they just feel like babies.
But I do like they're spiraling for sure.
Oh yeah, she's 28.
And he's 30, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so
31. So I guess they're not that young, but they just feel like babies to me. I'm like, you guys have like a son. It feels very...
But then he posted something the other day about her that was like, we're feuding. Or he subtweeted her pretty much and was basically like, okay, you won't talk to me, so I'll ask you on here, why are you mad at me? Something like that. It was like a subtweet to her kind of. And then he deleted it. And I'm just like...
Yeah, they're very unhinged.
But I love Hailey. Like, I think she's gorgeous. I think she's so smart. I think she's sweet. I like her a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like she deserves better than Justin.
Yeah.
So, and I think that the internet being such a like Selena fan, like Selena and Justin, that whole thing like really has messed with Hailey. Because the whole world has been so mean to her. Mm-hmm. And just their whole dynamic, it's not going to last. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for being on this journey with us, hearing all of our insights, all of our thoughts. Be waiting for our next prompt.
Stay tuned.
And remember, don't tell anyone we told you.
But if you do tell them, don't tell them you heard it from us.
Okay, guys, love ya.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.